Super Bowl. It's the Panthers going up against the Falcons.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Design run for their wideout. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch him flat-footed and get a big play.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
He rifles one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 13-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. From the gun, it's Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Bryant's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect.
Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's Coleman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And finding the tight end, Hooper. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. This is Coleman. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The quick slant caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Third and goal now. Maybe the offensive coordinator. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
That's going to be an intriguing matchup to continue to watch. You don't get in the playoffs without having a good guy to cover out wide. If they want to move on, get in the championship, then the Super Bowl, he's going to have to be big in this one.
And this is not basketball where you're worried about your star getting fouls and getting in trouble and maybe not playing as much. You take your number 1 guy, put it on their number 1 guy, and try and limit their offense.
On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel. This will be fielded at the 17. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They begin the drive with Coleman. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, You can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense, to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
They go play action with Ryan. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jonathan Allen, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan. He hits White, complete. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Ryan. Broken tackle. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he makes it all the way 18-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 50 round. Here's Davis now. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Let's see what they go to here on 3rd down and 6. The shotgun snap for Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And a decent move, but brought down quickly just outside of the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 2 yards on that play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. On 3rd down, it's Coleman. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the 1st down yardage there. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now Newton on 1st down. Buying time to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Newton now on second down. Underneath to Davis. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Newton now to throw. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Newton. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Dontari Poe. Never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. Now he steps away. It's caught by Davis. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he has the first down yardage before they Running him down right at the 45. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Newton on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Right there. The 43. Second down now after the pass completion. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a third down. From the gun, here's Newton. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Now a handoff looking right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's to the 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. A 23-yard run. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down, here's Ryan. Coleman has it here right side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. operating from the gun. Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Flush to his right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So they end 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Now it's Newton. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it. and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. From the gun, Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing on third down, Newton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked out by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Second down following the run. Now it's Ryan. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Shift together here from the D-line. They run the counter now on first down. Oh, what a move. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped. Now out of the gun. And he'll go down here right
23-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Falcons on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Very much in range for a tying field goal as they hurry to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a 1st and goal. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds. So now it's 1st and goal. Running with a fullback, Coleman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. It's Coleman here. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. One last shot for Ryan. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now.